Welcome to this week's edition of Editor's Picks. I'm Joe Anselmo, Aviation Week's editor-in-chief, and I'm joined by defense editor Steve Trimble, who's the author of our cover story in this week's digital edition. Steve, what are we looking at here in the cover, and what's the story?
Well, actually, back in December, right before the holidays, I was allowed to be the first journalist to go inside of Arsenal-1. So, what is Arsenal-1? It is a $900 million investment by Anduril. The vision is to build 9 production facilities, put 5 million square feet of manufacturing capacity under roof, employ 4,000 workers, all of that at an airport just outside of Columbus, Ohio. And the idea is to realize all of that by 2035. It could be a couple years before, it could be a couple years after, but that's the vision. Now, the reality that I saw um, last month is just one building, and it's called fittingly Building 1. And it's largely empty at the moment. They are waiting for a production contract to build the Collaborative Combat Aircraft Increment 1, which is a jet powered fairly large, it could be 5,000, 10,000 pound unmanned autonomous aircraft that would function as essentially a wingman for other autonomous aircraft or perhaps for crewed fighters. The Fury Anduril's design is one of the candidates for that production contract. And if they were to win, they would build hundreds of Furies eventually a year, or at least that's their hope. If it was up to Anduril, that's what would happen. But they've got competition. General Atomics is in the race, possibly Northrop Grumman, maybe others. And unlike those two, Anduril still does not have the track record that they have in this space. Now, Enduril's built drones, they've built submarines, they've built missiles, but they've never built at scale a large, somewhat complex combat aircraft like this. So what they did was they also showed me the production system concept that they've come out with or that they've developed internally to prove to the Air Force that they're ready for this. And it's a really interesting mix of industry 4.0 advanced manufacturing techniques and some very practical, pragmatic things that are not advanced at all to be ready to hit the gas as soon as the Air Force makes this decision, which really could come out any week at this point.
Okay, well, for more on this, read Steve's story in this week's digital edition of Aviation Week.